there you were, dreaming and building. There we were, connecting the IT nation and making products to help you succeed. As we grew up, you cheered us on. When you hit your milestones, we celebrated. Then things got harder. The world got smaller, and new threats emerged. But you're still here, and so are we. We made it through to this moment today. And if this journey has taught us anything, it's that together we rise. But change is a constant in this world. And the fourth industrial revolution is changing everything again. Digital transformation in the cloud. Technology shifts at hyperscale speed. Cybercrime threatening the very foundation you and your customers have built. Market consolidation bringing new chaos to manage. It will force many to reflect, to redraw the lines, to see the future, even to reinvent themselves. The next phase will require your business to operate with radical agility. You'll need to be different, but you'll be better because you ran towards the change. Because it's those moments that make room for the greatest clarity, the greatest pivots, and the greatest breakthroughs. Never has your partner in a journey been more important, and never have we been more committed to your legacy than we are today. We've walked the walk. We see the future, and we've heard your feedback. We've been hard at work, reimagining what's possible. Our promise to you is simple: more innovation, faster, easier to do business with, invested in your growth. We will rise above the noise and help the IT nation navigate what's ahead. Not just help you run your business, we'll help you grow it. We'll equip you, connect you, serve you, protect you, and network you in ways you've never seen, in ways no one else can. Because we are here to help you achieve your vision of success. It's our entire reason for existence. Because we still believe if you can dream it, it's possible. We won't stop until each and every one of you cross the finish line, again and again.
Welcome to IT Nation! IT Nation Connect 2021. Finally, we are back together. After 2 years, I can really feel the energy. How motivating was that? It was great. We are so inspired by you at ConnectWise, inspired by everything you do to bring technology to the world. You have the most important job. We know it. We want to help you succeed. Look, let's not skip the part. The world's really changed up. I've seen so many of you find success during this time. The IT Nation, we came together virtually. We tried some person. We launched IT Nation Secure because ConnectWise is committed to securing you and your customers. We're here today, we're going to talk about the challenges, the opportunities that each and every one of you can take advantage of as we close out 2021 and go into a fresh new year. And we're excited to get into the things we're doing at ConnectWise to spark your success. Now let's talk about this event. We always do this at the beginning. There's about 2,700 people here. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your partnership. And if you're wondering, hey, who's here? Just take a look. I won't read it. Some things I will. 39% of you, this is the first time you've come. Thank you. And 42% of you are owners. So if you're wondering, like, hey, who am I talking with here? The networking is a big part of this. Now, getting into what we do, if this, a lot of you, almost half, this is your first time, we have a lot of great breakout sessions. Over 150. 120 vendors, which we love to call solution partners because they're partners in this. And look, I'm going to call special attention to this because I've had a lot of calls with partners past couple years. You've had your heads down, you've been busy running the business, and I truly mean it, keeping the world going. It's been hard to keep up with what the solution providers are doing, right? The other solution partners that are here. So it's a good time to meet with them, see other solutions that are available to help with their services. Be sure to check that out. We have a lot of networking opportunities. This is a thing I hear very commonly from partners, especially when we had our user groups in person, which I might get into that later. Man, I love the networking because when I'm in my office, I feel so alone when I hit a challenge. But it's been great being a part of the IT Nation and getting to know someone else. Now I can talk to someone else. So we got a lot of networking opportunities, some great parties. We always put on the best parties. And the IT Nation gives. We love to give back. So earlier today, in case you missed it, we built 500 bikes for Orlando's, for Big Brothers, Big Sisters in Orlando. They're actually called Zykes. Very interesting. You kind of ride them like this. And then I'm really excited about this. The keynotes, the next 2 days, Ed Viesters. You're going to want to be here tomorrow when I intro this man because I'm a huge fan and I want to make it very weird. You're going to see a very awkward Craig Fulton. And I know you're thinking, it gets more awkward? Yes. And then Paul Dipple, excited to have him. He's part of the ConnectWise family and team now. He's going to be talking about the most talked about subject right now. How do you add value in your business? Right? Oh, there's another thing. I've been wanting to do this every time I come out here and I forget. So, by the way, I can't see anybody. That's what's so great about this. Stand up if you're a Marine, a U.S. Marine, former Marine. Who's out there? Look. Happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday, Marines. Today is the Marine Corps birthday. In 1775, it was founded in a bar, which makes sense. I didn't put that together when I joined at 18. And look, all veterans across the world, those of you tuned in, we're going to celebrate that tomorrow. We celebrate our veterans. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Let's not spare any more time. I want to get into this. We have a lot to go through. I'm excited to bring my colleagues out here. So let's get started. Please welcome Chief Executive Officer Jason Magee.
All right. What's up, IT Nation? Thank you, Craig.
All right, I like that. Matthew McConaughey.
Wow, we actually have people. This is a live studio audience.
Yeah, and let's have a seat. It's been a dream of mine to be a talk show host. This is as close as it's going to get. And look, we're calling this a Fireside Chat, so got to have a fire.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's incredible. We've grown by 100 registrants today.
Yeah.
We are just shy of 2,800 people in attendance here this week, Craig.
That's great.
I'm looking forward to get to meet and connect with many people here and catch up. It's been 2 years.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's been a while. We love to get here and network and connect. Because again, what I hear most at this event is, I love the networking, but it's my one time a year, and I know a lot of you are thinking, it's one time a year, I get out of the office, I come and I catch up what's been going on. And Jason, I know you've been guiding this team, working really hard for these partners. So I'll just ask the most basic question, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, Jason?
What can we expect? What's up?
What do people have to look forward to at Connect?
Yeah, look, I mean, so typical fashion, ConnectWise fashion, news and updates for sure.
Yep.
For those in the front row over here, those rumors, not true. So you could hit delete on, any of the rumors that you're getting ready to write about. Look, but it's this, almost 2,800 people in attendance. It's about coming together, connecting. It's simply just engaging with everyone in the IT Nation. It's having time to share and regain that energy, having conversations that you haven't had in years. That conversation that will spark ideas, gain inspiration, the things that will put you forward for your business plan in 2022 and beyond.
Yeah.
It's almost that simple, Craig.
So,
look,
I love it. The CEOs are always like, it's just simple, just do this.
It's what the IT Nation, the community, and IT Nation Connect's about.
Yeah, yeah. And it's hard to believe we're coming to the end of 2021. Again, I know you've been busy. And we've spent a lot of time on this stage. 2 years ago, we were here. Last year, we met virtually. What has happened since the last time we saw you?
So what has happened? A lot. Yeah, look, everyone in this room, everyone virtually, so thanks to those in attendance virtually as well. But look, ConnectWise is no different. We've been navigating this pandemic. I would say by the attendance in the show today, I think, we're pretty good at navigating, in terms of the IT Nation. So thank you for all those in attendance. Look, protecting ourselves and our customers has been a big part, and you'll hear a lot about that, in the coming hour. But without the steal thunder of the rest of the ConnectWise colleagues that are about to come on stage, some highlights I would say: we launched IT Nation Secure. We launched it in October of 2020, and then we followed up with another one in June of 2021. We launched the ConnectWise Cyber Research Unit. Those things together are all about all things cybersecurity to help protect our partners and our customers, keep people informed. The evangelist team was launched, and we'll hear from many of them today, right? That's some of the stuff that we've been up to: acquisitions, perch, strategy, service leadership. Yeah. 2 years ago, we were on this very stage talking about the acquisition of Continuum.
That was a big one.
Big. That's an understatement. Look, we've been integrating those companies together for 2 years, and we've been doing it in a virtual fashion. So, if I was to take all that and sum it up, Craig, it's all about operational maturity and transformation. That's what we've been up to.
All right, operational maturity, transformation. I think that speaks good to ConnectWise, and I think we can apply that more. But I think, I always say, let's start with why. Why maturity and transformation?
Yeah, look, this is hard to some extent, but what I didn't just say was we've been listening and learning for the last 2 years. We've been listening, learning, and engaging with our partners. We've been doing, thousands of surveys. We've been pouring through the data and stats and the feedback that we've received. We've been engaging with thousands of partners on a monthly basis through things like the Executive Connect calls, and many of those partners are here today. We've accelerated the time frame that we meet with the ConnectWise Advisory Council that help represent the IT Nation. We've been, how could I forget this? The forums, social media. We've been working with groups like the MSP Geek, who, are right up front over here, hosting a monthly call, not to mention being very engaged in their forums.
Those are fun.
ConnectWise Boss and the many others that are out there. We've been engaged, and we've been getting feedback, right? We've been talking to these groups of partners and the communities out there that surround the IT Nation, and we've been talking about things that are plaguing the IT Nation. We've been talking about the opportunities in front of us, right? I just spoke about cybersecurity. Huge opportunity. It's a risk, it's a threat, it's growing, but a huge opportunity for all of us. Yeah. And then, this is where it's hard. It's, we've learned, right? And in some cases where ConnectWise could be doing even better. Yeah. And, so that's why operational maturity and transformation is, simply put, we've got a tremendous opportunity. The IT Nation has a tremendous opportunity in front of us. And that's why.
Yeah. Well, and when I think about this too, I've worked with a lot of partners here. I think I'm going on like 12 or 13 years. I've seen the maturity. A lot of people don't see it, but, we started doing user groups in 2009, and I met with a lot of partners. Some of you become close friends with. And what I saw was the average partner size then was about 12. The owner was very techie, focused on technology, working on technology, getting it with the customer. Now, fast forward to today, Average partner size more like 25. The owner is, more strategic in thinking, driving that forward. So that's a great point, because we do see a maturity that's happening in our partner base.
So you say 12 to 25, that's almost like aging. Look at you, Craig. Look. You're dressed in a nice jacket. Look at you just a couple of years ago on main stage.
Yeah.
Or last year. How about last year?
Yeah, look.
This is what you were dressed like last year.
By the way, that picture over there, that was the good times when you could like crack political jokes. Now I gotta put the jacket on and.
Even you need to mature. And look.
It's just called getting old, Jason.
It is, yeah, and I feel it today. Look, all the kidding aside, right? The companies, right, in the IT nation globally, those that look to mature their business and transform their business, they're going to be better positioned to capitalize on the opportunity and what their vision of success is about.
Yeah, and I know we're really focused on this topic, but it is an important one. And I know, and people would ask, look, how do you mature your business and take advantage of the opportunity at the same time?
Yeah, look, I've been asked this question many of time on the Executive Connect calls. We're chatting with other cohorts of partner groups. And, drive clarity, I would say there's really two areas that, I could use that as an example. Cybersecurity, right? We all need to be doing our part, right? The IT nation's going to hear a lot about how we're doing a big part in terms of maturing and making sure that we're protected, you're protected, helping you all protect your customers. But it also brings around the opportunity, right? We all have to go and protect the global SMBs, global companies worldwide, to make sure that we're doing our part, and that's a huge opportunity. And then I would say mergers and acquisitions, M&A, right? Lots of money is coming into the TSP, the MSP market, and with it, there's an expectation of maturity, right? Yet the opportunity is many business owners in this room today, I think you said 37, 40-something% are business owners, right? They may define a vision of success as some type of exit, right? And if that's a vision of success for you, right, that's going to be a huge opportunity for you. If you're a business owner that are looking for money to grow, right, you've got PE venture capital coming into the space, you're able to, get some funds and help accelerate your organic growth and scale the company and the business and whatnot. So those are both areas where you have to mature, but there's huge opportunity for everyone in the IT nation.
Yeah, it takes a lot of change. And those of you that have been around ConnectWise for a while, remember that embrace change graphic? We've always talked about change, right? We've adapted. ConnectWise in the IT nation, we've always adapted. The M&A conversation is so interesting to me because I've known so many partners for so long, and to see them go through that maturity, and then I'm watching them get big paydays. It's awesome. So true. So what are you doing to ensure ConnectWise continues to lead everybody to success, or help them realize their vision of success?
Yeah, look, I was just having this conversation with a couple of partners out in the audience, right? It starts with ConnectWise. We need to mature as well, right? We need to be doing things that, we're focusing on our partners, right? Our partners' needs in mind. We're doing things to bring new options for growth, right? The ConnectWise partner program that we launched earlier this year that focused on cybersecurity, that's the start. That's just scratching the surface. It's finding new ways to provide a spark of inspiration that gets the IT nation moving to their vision of success and what's next for them. Sometimes a spark is needed, right? ConnectWise is no different, right? Operational maturity, transformation. Sometimes after we've gone through the 2 years that we've all gone through with the pandemic and reinventing ourselves and trying to capitalize on the opportunity, you just need that spark. And look at the opening video. Look at the new logo. By the way, that looks pretty cool up there.
It does.
Sometimes you need that rallying cry, right? And it's about bringing things together and getting everyone aligned and motivated to go execute and do what's needed. If I was to, take it back to the opening video, and sum it up, right, it really comes down to what are we doing? So first, we're going to deliver more innovation, and we're going to do it faster. And you're going to hear from Jeff Bishop how we're going to do that. Second, we're going to invest more in your growth. I mentioned the ConnectWise Partner Program. and how our partners are able to participate in that and how we're going to help them grow from cybersecurity, that's just scratching the surface. So we're going to do more to invest in the growth of our partners. And then third, right, we've listened, we've learned, and we are going to make it easier to do business with ConnectWise. Craig, we're reimagining what is possible, and we're ready to help the IT nation do the same.
All right, it sounds great. Look, Jason, thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, Craig.
Sharing it.
Welcome to IT Nation, and thank you.
Yeah, thanks. All right. Look, as you've heard, we made some promises, right? We're going to invest in your growth. We're going to improve the experience. Let's get started. Let's bring Jeff Bishop out here to discuss how we're going to drive more innovation faster. Jeff, come on out.
What's up, Craig?
Hey, man.
Good to be out here.
It's almost like a reunion for us.
I love it. Being in Orlando in front of thousands of people,
Yeah.
This is like old times. This is awesome.
And I think even that picture of me, it was the first time we were on stage. So here we are again.
Okay.
Right, 2 years ago, last year we were virtual.
Yeah.
And you talked about a platform of the future. So, and Jason and I just spoke about maturity. I think it's going to take a platform of the future to continue to mature this. So let's talk about that.
Can I borrow the clicker?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right. I don't want Craig trying to run my slides for me. It'll go too fast. All right. So we did, Craig. Last year, virtually, we sat in the studio and we talked a little bit about the go-forward future for ConnectWise, which is the Asio platform. A way for us to take all the products that we have and start to combine them together in a way that will allow us to help you be more successful as our partners. We want to revolutionize and change the way that you interact, not just with our products, but with ConnectWise as a whole. So that was our goal, was to move it into that go-forward platform strategy. All right, not just a platform with just our products, but one that's going to allow us to innovate faster, bring better security, and an overall better user experience. One where we create that single pane of glass. So it doesn't matter if you're interfacing with one of our security product lines, one of the RMMs, the PSA, the quoting, you're going to that one application, that one place to access all of them. So if you're in there working on ticketing, you've got access to the company and the customer information. You get access to automation that is relevant for that ticket at that time. Maybe it's also task, to-do list, project information, invoicing, or device information that comes over from the RMM or the security products, all at one place. We want you to be able to solve problems faster, be more efficient, so we want to put everything in one spot for you. Now, beyond that, how do we start to do that, Craig?
Yeah.
It is this Asio platform. It's the way we start to bring all the data and the services together. So, how to best explain this one? Right now, we are building 20-something workflow engines. We build 20-something ticketing services.
Because we have 20-something
We have 20-something products.
Yeah.
So all of that repetitive work around customers and contacts and workflows, we've got like 3 network discovery tools. We're spending so much time trying to keep all of those running, keep them innovated, as opposed to centralizing them into one place. So that's what we're doing. We're going to build these things one time, make sure they're extremely secure and extremely functional and fast and performant. All right? So think of it a little bit in you're going out to the security product and you create a new company. Now that company automatically appears inside the RMM. You discover a new device in the RMM, and it automatically is available in the PSA. Not because we're syncing data back and forth every hour or every day or every week, assuming that the syncing always works, which is not always the way that works out for us, but we're going to build it and make it available across as a singular service that not only our products can consume, but the 300 plus ecosystem solution partners can also consume. All the people that we need you to go and talk to out there in that solution pavilion, they will all have access to these exact same data layer, services, UI components, and much more. And Craig, we talk about platform and everybody always thinks it's the ones and zeros. It's the products that we build. Yeah. It's much, much more than that. We want to build this platform so that it interconnects with the IT Nation community, with the university, with the peer groups, with the service leadership, training and all that. Bring it all together so that we can truly help our partners be more successful.
Yeah.
All right? The team has been working diligently to make all this a reality. This isn't just talking about it anymore. We've built over 50 services that we put together, and the team are out doing discovery work with a lot of you as partners today. So we're reimagining onboarding, reimagining ticketing, workflows, billing, and much, much, much more. The team is extremely busy.
No more muches?
Well, maybe we have one more.
Yeah.
Nope, done. All right.
Yeah, but you got to go back so I know what to say next. All right.
There you go.
This is hard getting back into this, okay? Don't judge me. I'm glad you all had a drink first. Look. No, was there more?
Nope.
That's it? Okay.
All you.
I don't mean to say it like that's it. I mean, that's a lot of work. But Jeff, you're right. Platform of the future. Look, we have a rich history in doing this. We were the first to say, you know what, we need to combine an RMM to a PSA. Let's start building a platform. We said, open APIs are the future. We need to have integrations in here. And when we did that, it all really started to take off. Now look, while I love talking about the future, I know I get it. I came up here one time, talked about a GPS tool. So I'm not doing that again. But let's talk about what's the reality today. What can partners actually get with the Asio platform?
Yeah, absolutely. So a year ago, we introduced this platform concept of a way we wanted to help innovate faster. And since that time, we've built over 50 different microservices that we are now sharing across each of the different product lines.
Yep.
We're bringing SSO, authentication authorization forward, new companies, contacts, devices, so they can all be centralized. Earlier this year, we launched the first net new product onto the Asio platform, which is our Recover Complete BDR.
Yep.
And Craig, one of the things, that's why we're here today, is to talk about one of the other areas that I'm extremely excited about. Building off of our heritage and history as one of the primary providers of RMM in this industry, what we are here to do today to announce is the next version of Automate. Built on top of the Asio platform that we were calling ConnectWise RMM.
All right, let's get into it.
Look.
I'm excited.
ConnectWise RMM, Craig, we've heard it. Everybody wants to see us start to innovate and move this along. This is now a product for a lot of you that's going to give us unlimited scale. Many of you are already starting to approach 30, 50,000 endpoints. Some of you got line of sight to 100,000. Some of you 200,000. This product is right there for you. It will meet all of those needs and more. It's going to give us unparalleled performance. Be able to load all of those endpoints in, make it available, load the screens quickly, we're there. And then unmatched security. By building this into the microservice architecture we have, those three components are going to make this an amazing RMM.
Awesome.
All right. So what are some of the things that you'll be able to see out on the floor? Upgraded scripting, patching, policies, monitoring, and virtualization, just to name a few. And the team will be down on the floor as well. We'll do a quick demo here a little bit later today.
Yep.
All right?
All right. Look, I know the room, a lot of engineers in here, skeptical. It's like, look, I need to see it to believe it. So let's bring out Dave. Dave, come on out. Let's see it.
Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Jeff. As Jeff said, the ConnectWise RMM solution is a combination of our combined history, experience, and expertise in RMM brought into the new Asio platform. In addition, we've also worked on additional enhancements so that the platform will be evolving to meet the needs of MSPs as you're evolving as well. And because it's built on the Asio platform, we're built on a secure, modern cloud architecture that, as Jeff said, provides near unlimited scalability and outstanding performance. There's a lot of things that we could show up here today, and we really would like to invite you back to the ConnectWise RMM booth on the floor, as well as to the future of RMM breakout sessions that are happening over the next couple days, so that we can go into the details on exactly how we've reimagined and improved the user experience on some things like improving our scripting engine and scripting editor, building a brand new policy engine and using that policy engine into various parts of the system. How we've actually taken OS patching and rebuilt it from the ground up to be much more efficient and performant itself. But today, what we want to do is we want to walk through a couple things, just to give you a couple of examples of some of the user experience improvements we've put into the platform. So in this first case, we're looking at our devices page, which gives you a high-level overview of everything that's going on in your environment, all the devices you're managing. Of course, typically and frequently, a technician will have to find a particular endpoint in the system. So in this case, we're going to look for a particular virtual machine at a particular site that we think may be having some issues. So that can be challenging if you have thousands of devices. So we've actually created something we call AccuSearch that allows you to quickly build filters in the AccuSearch bar that allows you to filter by site, by device type, by virtually anything in the system. So in this case, we're going to be actually filtering, looking for a particular site. As we start typing in the letters, it gives me a context of anything that actually starts matching that in the system. So in this case, we pick the site. It instantly delivers a filtered view of all the devices in that site. We can continue to add additional filters, searching and filtering by servers, or searching by, if you know the specific device name, until we eventually get to the exact device that we're looking for. Once we're there, we can click into that device and see everything that's going on with it. I can see the hardware that's there on the device. I can see all the services that are running on the device. I can see its OS patching status, any automation that's been set up, any tickets that's set up. And in this case, because this happens to be a virtual machine running in a virtualized environment, I can actually debug the entire environment right here without ever having to leave the tool. So because it's a virtual machine, I can click onto the host, and I can actually look at what other things are running on this host. I can see not only this virtual machine, but others that are there. Look at the performance characteristics, whether one's affecting the other. If I want to take basic actions on the VM, I can do that all from within the environment, so I don't have to jump out to VM tools or things like that. Basically trying to make it as efficient as possible so that you're managing things right from within the single environment without ever having to leave the ConnectWise tool set. So the second example we want to show is how easy we've made it to build custom monitors. One of the most powerful features of Automate, of course, is the ability to create custom monitors. And we've created the ability to create all sorts of monitors. In this particular example, we're going to show you exactly how quick you can actually create a monitor for, say, a stop service. So we're going to start this. We're going to kind of migrate over into the automation area, and we're going to start creating a specific monitor for a service that may have stopped. So I'll search for that service. I'll set up the remediation for it. So in this case, we actually, because it's a stop service, we've already created the necessary steps to restart that service. We'll also, right from here, set up handling the ticket. Not only the creation of the ticket, but the automatic closing of the ticket, whether it's solved by us with automation or by some other means. We can also assign it to any devices that we want it to do. It literally was built faster than it took for me to explain exactly all the steps that we were actually building. That's how quick and easy it is to build these things. So those are just a couple of examples of some of the things that we're putting in. Again, we invite you to stop by and look at us in a lot more detail. So with that, I'm going to throw it back to Jeff and Craig to take it from here.
All right.
Thanks,
Awesome. Look,
I was just going to say, Craig, our demos didn't usually go that smooth.
that's not fair.
Ours usually break halfway through.
Yeah, 5 years ago we had to use real computers up here to do this. So lucky. Look, we get it. You're thinking, wow, that's incredible, but what about integrations? We understand a platform of integrations. We want you to be able to do it all from one place, right? Imagine being able to go from one screen and see everything security and all this. To talk about our integration of the new RMM, the PSA, we're going to turn it over to April.
Thank you.
Up and down.
We are very excited to be able to show you today what we've been working on with the ConnectWise RMM and PSA integration. Now, we set a team out on a mission to help improve technician efficiency when they are working with the ConnectWise RMM and PSA to solve an issue. Well, that team's done an incredible amount of research, even worked with a number of you, our partners, to fully understand those challenges. And so what you're going to see now is the start of that initial integration that's coming out very soon, where we've connected Manage to the platform and improved the technician experience by bringing the information about the device from ConnectWise RMM right into the ticket. Now we're keeping the technician in the system where they work to actually solve that issue. So right from the ticket, you can view the device information for those managed servers and workstations, and then with simply one click, we're getting into the RMM where we could see all those device details. Also, too, all of the remote access is available from here, and you can view any tickets associated with those configurations right on this single pod. So the great thing is really the information that is needed is just one click away right from that ticket. Now, we've shared this with partners, and early feedback has been very positive, and there's definitely some eagerness to try this out. So we're definitely looking forward to that as well. Now, this is just the start of what you're going to see with this integration. And this is not the only move that we've been making to the platform. Earlier this year, we released billing reconciliation to the platform. ConnectWise Billing Reconciliation solves the challenge of reconciling all of your vendor bills into invoices for your clients. The reconciliation enables you to efficiently reconcile vendor bills, easily identify those price fluctuations, and deliver accurate invoices down to your clients. Now, the process today for this can be time-consuming, and it can lead to inaccurate billings, which could erode trust with your clients. So billing reconciliations helps build that trust by eliminating errors caused by monthly vendor price fluctuations and deliver accurate and timely invoices back out to all of your clients. Now, a big time saver is we actually have an integration with the ConnectWise Marketplace. So you could import vendor and product details through the ConnectWise Marketplace into Manage within a single location for reconciling all of those bills, which is pretty great. Now, in the few months that we've had this released, we actually have 1,500 partners that are actually using this now to reconcile all of their bills. And also, as a teaser, we're working on a Sentinel-1 integration, which is going to be coming out very soon. So if you'd like to learn more about this, definitely come by and chat with us in the booth. Now, this is all just the start of our journey to the platform. So as Jeff mentioned, is that we're planning to reimagine the PSA and quoting and to ensure that both of these grow with you as you grow and can adapt to the changes and new opportunities that are in your business. So we're continuing on this journey, and what we're going to start with are things like project management, procurement, and even to-dos. And following that are going to be things like subscription billing, reporting, and dashboarding, and ticketing as well. So lots to come. We're super excited about all of this. Now, while you're here, we're also looking for all of your feedback to help shape this, and we definitely want to give you opportunities to help engage with us as well. So if you'd like to be a part of how this evolves, please come and attend our focus group. There it is.
Okay, all right, back to me. April, thank you. Thank you. One of my favorite sayings, what a time to be alive. The new Asio platform, delivering innovation, and will continue so we can continue to mature, transform the IT nation. Jeff, anything else we should know about RMM?
Yeah, I want to just echo what Dave said over on the stage, is we want to see everybody down at the booth. We want you to come down, see all the other features and functions we weren't able to show up here today in the short time span, and also to collect your feedback about where you want to see this go next. Reiterate the fact that our engineering, product, and UX teams have their collective foot still on the pedal here. You're going to see new releases, new innovation, new functionality come out every month through the course of 2022 around the RMM. And then, you could help me out?
Yeah.
For anybody, there we go. For anybody who is an Automate partner today and you would like to get access to ConnectWise RMM, you can go to connectwise.com/RMM Core, request access, and one of our team will get in touch. If you are one of our Command Not customers, you're already accessing the Asio platform today, and you now have access to the ConnectWise RMM functionality. We hope you really love it. So, Craig, I appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody for letting me come out.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you. Look, I think now it's an important time we should turn this conversation to our highest priority in delivering innovation, that's cybersecurity. It has been our #1 priority. Right? We started talking about it on this very stage, right here in this room 4 years ago. So I'd like to introduce Rafi and Wes to talk about our investment in innovation in cybersecurity products.
Thank you, Craig.
What's up, man? We made it.
Hello, IT Nation.
Wes on stage with Wes.
So excited to be here today with all of you to talk all the things cybersecurity at ConnectWise. Wes, lots has happened in the last couple of years in the cybersecurity space. Can you catch us up? What's been going on? Why should all of us care about cybersecurity?
Yeah, so I think it'd be an understatement to say the past year has been a whirlwind for you as an MSP, for sure. I've gone down that journey with you. I've lost a vacation over some travails. I know what it's like. And just when we thought things couldn't get more wild, it was like state and federal regulators and insurance carriers and brokers and threat actors like all got in a virtual room together. And they're like, hey, MSPs, hold my bourbon. Right? Like, we know it's been pretty wild. I remember 5 months ago, I was on the IT Nation Secure Keynote stage. Anyone there? Anyone go to that? That was a great time, virtual or there. And I talked about something that was near and dear to my heart, and that was the creation of the ConnectWise CRU, the Cyber Research Unit. And boy, they've been busy. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that they have been doing on your behalf, because here's the thing. You've had a target on your back for years now, and we know that. I've gone through that journey with you, and I've seen this. So I want to talk about some of the things that the Cyber Research Unit has been doing on your behalf, all completely for free, all built into our tools. Really exciting stuff. So first of all, did you know they've created over 200 event notifications, alerts, signatures, some very unique things. And the number 200 probably doesn't sound all that astounding, right? Like we could have been like, well, we created like 14,000. And you'd be like, oh, wow, that's cool. But the number is not as important so much as the quality of it, right? And if you don't know anything about Bryson Medlock and his team at the CRU, they do an astounding job of creating sourcing intelligence through malware reversal, through crawling and understanding through like what threat actors are doing, all of this stuff, and then sourcing unique, tailored intelligence specific to your threat profile. That's what they do. So look at some of this data here. There's some amazing things that are here in this. They have been really, really busy. But I really want to kind of talk more specifically about this. Look at this data here. This is incredible. Out of those 133 threat detection signatures, and then about 92 event notifications, just those alone, not including all of the other pieces of intelligence that we source, we've seen 3 million alerts generated in our platform. And what's more important than that, 15,000 escalations. Escalations are notable events by which you or we together take action to defend yourself so that you're not the next MSP on the news. The deep fear that we all have. That's incredible to me. It's just exciting to me to see what the CRU is doing. If you're not aware of that, go talk to them at the booth this week and really get engaged with them because it's some super exciting stuff. But I also have something else to tell you about. I got 2 partnerships that we have been working on that I am pumped and privileged to be the one to outline and talk to you about them. The first one is, many of you guys have heard of, I'm going to go past this, of MITRE. MITRE is the preeminent nonprofit that focuses on national defense and cybersecurity. They're awesome. And we have been working with them for a number of months now. We've been producing intelligence and understanding what's happening in the threat landscape around us and you, and sharing that back with MITRE. In other words, what we're doing is we're giving you as the MSP and your clients for the very first time in history a story to tell at the larger level, of really getting everyone from federal regulators at the national level all the way down to understand here is what's happening in the SMB sector, and by which MSPs are busy defending. That is really exciting. So we've already shared over 178, and you're going to see a report come out from MITRE soon that will document in detail this intelligence and the findings from it. And your story will be told. And that gets me really excited. The second one I want to talk about is a little company named Microsoft. Many of you guys know Microsoft, I'm sure. I am privileged to announce that as of today, we have joined the Microsoft Active Protection Program. And this is really exciting, and here's why it's so exciting. We now have access to emerging threat and vulnerability information specific to the Microsoft ecosystem as it comes out in real time. This is a vetted feed. In fact, we're the only MSP platform company that has joined this, that has been able to get through this process. That's really exciting to me. And what it means for you is as we see things come out, for those of you that are technical in the room, you saw things like proxy logon, you saw things like Hafnium. As we understand these things are developing and emerging, and as data is being generated around it, we have access to it in real time. And we're taking that and creating documentation, intelligence, all of this that you can use to secure yourself, that we're driving it into our products so that you're staying secure as we're seeing these things emerge. So I'm really, really excited about both of those for the benefit of you, our partner. And Rafi, I think there's a lot of other stuff going on. Why don't you guys share some of that as well? Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Wes. Wow. It sure is dangerous out there, but you know what? Cybersecurity has also been an incredible business opportunity for a lot of you. We have today 6,000 partners that are doing security business with us. And on average, those partners have doubled their business over the last year, which is pretty incredible. But we're just getting going. I joined ConnectWise a little earlier this year to shape the future of cybersecurity. I talked to a lot of you, trying to understand your unique challenges and how we could help solve those. And together with my 2 decades that I've spent in cybersecurity, we're now setting out to build the industry's most advanced cybersecurity stack for MSPs. Let me tell you a little bit about this. At the core of this stack is intelligence. Intelligence from all of the different tools that we have deployed, from the endpoints, the network, the cloud, gathering all that intelligence, what's going on in your environments. Intelligence from our SOC, the Security Operations Center, where we have 150 security analysts monitoring your environments all day long. And also intelligence from our CRU, as you heard Wes talk about. These are some of the industry's best security people looking at the MSP-specific threat landscape, bringing that intelligence back into this platform. Then we're taking this intelligence and we're disseminating it back into all the different products and services to make sure we can automate more, so taking work off of you and making sure we get ahead of the hackers, the bad guys, to protect you from that. Now, this intelligence stands on 3 pillars. There's an ecosystem of products, an integrated experience, and cross-ConnectWise integrations. An ecosystem of products. We need third-party vendors, other products to help build out the comprehensive set of solutions so that we can protect you and you can protect your customers. An integrated experience. The last thing you need is another console on your desk, or maybe 5 more. You already have enough of those. Someone in a session earlier said they had 17 consoles. So we're trying to eliminate those consoles and bring everything back into one, into the Asio platform. Like Jeff was talking about earlier, we're going to put the security tools into that same platform. And thirdly, it's across ConnectWise integrations. When I talk to a lot of you, one of your biggest wishes is that we're integrating the security products with our ticketing and billing capabilities. And we're working on making sure that that's going to be part of this whole stack. Now, this is where we're going. Where are we today? This is a lineup of our different security products that we have. And I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to pick a couple here briefly. Fortify Assessment is a great tool in your pre-sales engagements that you can use to talk to your customers and assess where they are with regards to security and help figure out where there is room for improvement. We have our ConnectWise SIM, which is powered by Perch, which is becoming more and more of our data platform, where we're gathering the data from all the different products. For example, from our endpoint products, the EDRs powered by SentinelOne and Bitdefender. And then you have the SOC services on top. We're monitoring millions of devices right now. On average, the SOC gets 2 million alerts that they're looking at. These are 2 million alerts that you and your technicians would have to look at on a daily basis, spending valuable time. But with our SOC services, we're reducing that number by 97%, so that only 3% of those alerts are actually getting escalated to you, needing attention. Now that's our product lineup. Where are the different products going? How does that product roadmap look like? Well, we really care about security, and we want to make sure that our platform is secure. We're going to enable our SOC to make sure that they can monitor the application layer information from all of our applications. We just released an integration between ConnectWise Control and our SIM to get all the application layer information into the SIM. We're expanding that across the entire product line to enable you to look at the alerts on the application layer to spot abuse early, but also the SOC to look at all of that. Integrations. I mentioned it earlier in my vision where we're going with integrations. It's a really core part to what we're doing. We just released a two-way ticketing integration between the ConnectWise SIM and managed ticketing. But the most exciting piece is that we're putting all of the security tools in the Asio platform. That's going to be really exciting. We haven't forgotten about our individual products either, and we continue releasing new versions on those. On the ConnectWise SIM, we have released a number of performance releases. You're going to see a couple more coming out over the next weeks and months. And then over the next year, we're looking at long-term archival support. That's something I hear a lot of you asking for. And also data sovereignty support. This is for a lot of you asking that the data can stay in the different regions and it doesn't travel between different regions, so complying with certain regulations there. Then we have the SOC services. Well, you heard it earlier from Wes, the CRU is constantly releasing new signatures so that we're staying up to date with what's going on out there in the big bad world, that we can detect these new threats. But what we're also doing in Q1, there's a couple very exciting services we're going to launch. First of all, we're going to have an incident response service. And second, we're going to expand our Fortify endpoint solution, where today that's powered by SentinelOne. In Q1, we'll also have a Fortify endpoint powered by Bitdefender. Finally, the third-party ecosystem. I said it earlier, we can't do it all ourselves. We need help from our third-party vendors. Two of the areas that I'm very interested in for next year is email and MFA. MFA because it's just such a great way to keep the hackers at bay. For them to get through MFA is really, really hard. It's not impossible, but it's very hard. And second, the number one threat vector still today is business email compromise and phishing. And we want to make sure we have a solution for that. Now, when we're integrating all these different tools into our platform, we want to make sure those integrations are secure. And in our certification program, when we're bringing these different integrations on board, we're extending that certification program by adding a couple security steps. One, we're going to add some static code review. And second, we're going to have an operational business risk review of all the companies that are integrating with us, all to make sure that our platform stays secure. Look, that was on the product side. But we also understand that you need help, documentation, education, and also, well, from a cybersecurity offering perspective, to either start your cybersecurity journey or maybe grow your cybersecurity business. That's what the partner program is about. We launched it earlier in May this year. We talked about it at Secure. And as of today, the last 6 months, we added 1,000 partners to the program. I'm very excited to announce today that all of you can join the partner program at the registered level. This gives you access to all kinds of resources, the training materials, documentation, marketing, but also some resources on how to secure your own house. Now, we care about security. Security is a team sport. We all got to work together to fend off the bad guys. To make that a little easier on you, and to help you immerse yourself for a couple of days in cybersecurity, I'm inviting you to come out and join me at IT Nation Secure next year. And we're giving away, for the first 1,000 people that are going to sign up for IT Nation Secure, we're going to give away a free ticket. And also, for everybody that's going to sign up for IT Nation Connect next year, they're going to get a free ticket to IT Nation Secure as long as supplies last. I talked about a lot of different things very quickly here, but I have a breakout session tomorrow morning. Please join me there. We have a little more time to go over the product roadmap and so on. Also, please come to the booth and check out the SOC simulator there. I'm sure you're going to be impressed what we're doing. With that, I want to bring up my colleague, our CTO, Steve Cochran. He's going to talk a little bit about what we do to secure ourselves to make sure that you're staying secure as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafi. Thank you. Yeah, you can shake my hand too. Yeah, thanks, Craig. Thanks. Good afternoon, everybody. I guess good evening, and great to be here with you all at IT Nation. The cybersecurity threat is a real and present danger for all of us, and it's not going away. It continues to grow every single day. I'm going to take the next 2 minutes and tell you about what we're doing at ConnectWise to keep all of us safe. Get this to work right. First off, like many of our peers in the industry, security here at ConnectWise continues to be our top priority. Nothing else trumps it. We invest our energy here first before we do anything else. Our InfoSec program has grown many times over since its inception in 2015. It matures in strength and sophistication every year, trying to stay ahead of the bad guys. It's not a paper program, a compliance program. It's real people, process, and tools focused on keeping you safe. In fact, with our dedicated security staff and our security champion program, we have over 80 colleagues around the world focused on taking care of you 24/7. These are just a few of the dedicated professionals that we have on our team. This doesn't include the ever-expanding SOC program that Rafi and Wes were just talking about. And it also does not include all of our independent contractors, our products, their products and services that we have working on your behalf. It's a lot of things involved in our security program today. And remember, security is job one at ConnectWise. As I said, we have a strong InfoSec program in practice. It's based on NIST and a widely accepted industry standard. We've organized for it, we've staffed for it, we've tooled for it, and we build our software based upon it. We practice what we preach when it comes to InfoSec. We have an independent consultants like Mandiant and others working with us to make us better every single day on our InfoSec capabilities. We go beyond the standards to make darn sure you're as secure as you can be. We've implemented code-assisted deep penetration testing by outside agencies. We've established a bug bounty program where we allow ethical hackers to try to break through our security, and then anything we found, we've prioritized fixing it above everything else for our applications and our infrastructure. And of course, our new Asio platform is wonderful. Asio is built security first from the ground up. It's going to be the baseline for us going forward. It's outstanding. That didn't go. We've secured our own house, enterprise-wide, including our software supply chain. We've trained our technical staff to the highest standards possible, assuring that we release software as safe as it can be, but then we go ahead and use industry-leading tools like Veracode to inspect every single line of code every time it's released, just to make sure. We're constantly assessing ourselves against the NIST standard and against the OpenSAM maturity model, another industry standard, to assure we have all of our bases covered. Transparency and openness are absolutely critical to an effective InfoSec program in a safe community. We are rolling out a new cybersecurity center on our ConnectWise.com. It's up there in the corner. It gets partners to the Trust Center fast and easy, and our ConnectWise Trust Center is the place to go for all things security. If you have a question, you have an issue, you think there's something going on, this Trust Center is the place to go. We're doing everything we can do to keep you informed and current on critical security matters. Now, we were at Evolve this summer in Denver, and we heard you all, the Evolve members, loud and clear that when something bad happens to you security-wise, you need us to be there for you. And to that end, today, I'm announcing the ConnectWise Security Incident Hotline, 1-888-WISE-911, where you can go to talk. Thank you for that. Perfect. You can go talk to an InfoSec expert immediately for guidance and help. And hopefully you never have to, but if you do, it's there 24/7. Now, let's be honest. I know several of you out there probably right now are thinking you're going to call that number, see if it works. Please don't, because 100 at once is probably going to be a bit much. It works. We've got it set up. It's for emergencies only. It's not a support line. It's not an escalation line. But please use it for that. But it is there if you need it, and somebody will answer it to make sure you're taken care of. Now, to me, all that sounds super cool. We got a structured program. I got investment. I got people. I've got tools. I've got all kinds of things in place to make us feel better. But the question is, what value does that actually bring to you all? Well, I can tell you what it's done in the last 12 months. Our program has prevented or mitigated over 300,000 phishing attacks, almost 30,000 malware attacks, 10,000 network and system attacks, and about 2,400 obvious user account compromise attempts. Not to mention the millions, I forgot the number, is big, really very big, that Wes was talking about with the SOC. That's in addition to that. Any one of those could have turned into a ransomware event. So all prevented, all stopped before they got to you. In addition, we proactively removed more than 300 potential vulnerabilities from our products, our applications. And that's somewhere close to 500,000 attempts were made, and all thwarted by the program I just talked about. So I'm pretty happy with where we are in the program. Always room to go, always, it's a dynamic environment, so there's tons to do, but right now we're holding our own. Now, ConnectWise, we're 100% invested in keeping you all safe, your business is safe, and your customers safe. But one fact's true, the cyber criminals are not going to stop targeting the market. They're going to hope we do nothing, that we're complacent, but it's up to all of us to rise to the challenge and fight back against this threat. But we can't help you if you don't help yourself. Some really basic things. You could maybe be asking, what steps could I take? And I can tell you what you need to do. Make sure your passwords are current. Easiest way for folks to get in. Deploy MFA, it makes it way harder. Apply patches. If we say you need a patch, and we're trying to take care of a situation. And train your people on best practices. We have training available. You'll find it here in the conference. Train your people so they understand what they're up against and the right things to do. Don't be the next victim. It's neither fun nor profitable, I can guarantee you that. So, if you have questions, I'll be around all week. Glad to happy to talk to anybody, but thank you for your time and attention. Thanks.
All right. Thanks.
There you go. Yep.
Thanks,
Steve.
That was great. Thank you, Steve, April, gentlemen, for coming out here, talking about how we're going to innovate faster. I know there's nothing more transformative for a business than providing a great experience for your customers and keeping them protected. And I can't wait to see you all using it, working through cybersecurity in one screen faster with a new Asio platform. At ConnectWise, we are obsessed with our partners' success. Our promise is to not only innovate, but we are investing in your growth. We've worked with the IT Nation to help so many partners find their version of success by teaching operational efficiency, business strategy, financial acumen, and methods to adding value in your business. So we're going to move into this. And this would not be an IT Nation if we didn't bring a partner out here. So I would like to introduce our partner, Christopher Luis of AdNet, to talk about how he's been able to leverage ConnectWise's investments and partner growth.
Thank you, Craig.
How are you doing?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm incredibly humbled to be here. AdNet has been on a really interesting journey. A couple of weeks ago, we actually celebrated our 30th year. And that's a really humbling experience, because if I look back at what we were like 30 years ago, we don't need to get into that too deeply, but we were a far different organization. And in that journey, we've had to learn quite a few things about ourselves, about where we wanted to go, and how we were going to mature. A lot of muscle and feel, especially for like the first 20 years. But if we look back at, let's say, the last 12 years, we made some conscious decisions to radically embrace, adopt, and grow. So we've had a bit of a journey here. We've got about 19x profit each year for the last 12 years. It's about 2.5% or 2.5x the market itself, which, you know, that's a pretty good investment. But it didn't define who we were and what we wanted to do and how we could leverage the ecosystem. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I'm going to get into this maybe a little bit more in a few moments. But there's really three axes here. One is understanding our organizational maturity, and the other is understanding our mode. And in combination, in adopting along our journey the ecosystem, the support through Evolve and our partnerships has allowed us to achieve our significant growth. But understanding those modes has been very key for us, especially us late. So I would like to have a little bit of conversation around modes. But understanding our modes allows us to understand where we're at right now. And if we look at just the past year, the turmoil in the marketplace, right? We've got pandemics, we've got work from anywhere, we've got cybersecurity, we're talking about that, we've got how the cloud has completely challenged and changed our working environment, especially if I look back over the course of 30 years. I need to be well-grounded and disciplined in who we are. So we understand our modes, and we understand in aligning to our ecosystem. Modes has been very important to us, and I want to introduce Arlen, who doesn't need an introduction, but he's been incredibly impactful to us as AdNet, even before ConnectWise. Arlen, talk to us about modes for a second.
Thanks, Chris. Your story is powerful, and it just continues to unfold and morph as you go through the years. As your Evolve Peer Group Facilitator, I've been in the seat to watch you and Ed guide your team through the transitions you've made over the years. And I'm grateful that you guys have embraced the community. I'm grateful that now you're sitting on the Corporate Advisory Council and giving back to the community. But the modes mindset has been a big part of you making transitions along the way to get to where you want to go. So let's talk about this thing we call modes. In the simplest form, modes is really about the owner's growth mindset. And it starts to answer, or needs to answer, three specific questions. What's your destination? What are you trying to build? What's the journey look like to get you there? How are you going to get from point A to point B? And third, what's your timeline? How long do you have to make that jump? You need to know the answers to those three questions. And we've created an assessment to help guide you through that thought process and begin to really identify where you're at on your growth journey. But let's talk about the four modes that we've discovered businesses operate under. The first one is the startup mode. It's all about breakthrough growth. All of us start as a startup. And the real differentiation is how we move through that mode and whether or not we exit that mode at some point. I mean, the data says that 95% of businesses in the US really are stuck in startup mode. They don't ever overcome the chaos and put together the right people, process, and profit to move to another mode. You need to do that by breaking through, by building recurring revenue, and putting together scale that will allow you to move on to the next thing. Then there's three modes that people can move into if they exit the startup mode. The first being balance builder. Balance builders are all about creating sustainable growth. They work to live, and they want to find the right clients, the right employees with the right business model, and that allows them to then maintain the lifestyle that they want to live. They're not obsessed with consistently trying to grow and create change in their organization. They want stability and sustainable growth. Another mode is the value builder mode. It's all about being methodical and steady in how you grow. They're playing the long game with an eye on just slow up and to the right growth, delivering a strong exit when they're ready to do that, and asking that exit to provide the lifestyle they want to lead in the next chapters of their life. And finally, we have the empire builders. They're all about rapid growth. They have the go big or go home mindset, and they're willing to exchange equity and control in their company to get external investment in many cases. They're looking to do the hockey stick growth. They want to do it faster, they want to do it better, they want to get to a point where they can transition and move on to the next thing. So those 4 modes really capture where everybody is at somewhere in their journey. In Q3 at Evolve, we did a pilot program with over 300 partners. Chris was a part of that, and we found that that community has a very strong grouping of balance builders that are looking to sustain, and value builders that are trying to build enterprise value over time. And there's a few in there that are empire builders are attempting to move modes toward that. What difference does it make? Well, it makes a big difference. Modes will allow you to have conversations that drive alignment. And that's one of the things we observe as we've been doing our work on this project. We find that within a company, if there's multiple owners, often they're not on the same page. So it allows conversation to happen about what we're really trying to build as an organization. We find there's often a disconnect between what owners are saying and what their employees are hearing and observing, which again is an alignment issue. And we at ConnectWise want to understand your mode so we can actually support that, have the right conversations, bring the right resources, and more effectively serve you as a partner that we value. The whole idea is getting everybody in the boat, rowing in the same direction, going toward that same destination. So I can't encourage you enough to take the time. It's a brief assessment. It will help begin to help you understand what mode you're in. If you have an interest, we've got a breakout session Friday afternoon where you can learn more. But the modes concept is a very important one for you to grasp onto, so it'll help drive alignment, not only in your own mind, but for those that are trying to help you achieve success. The community is here to help, and you'll see lots of these things coming into the community in the days and months ahead. So Chris, thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey, helping develop the habits and the blueprint for your success. And we really appreciate the fact you leverage the community and are giving back now as you are learning these things. But there's more to it than just modes, right? And I want you to share some about the operational maturity process and how that is so impactful no matter what mode you're in.
Thanks, Harlan. I think it's really important to understand how powerful alignment is. And understanding that benchmark of modes has allowed my best friend and partner, Ed LaPrade, and I to have a complete alignment to what we're doing and where we're going. But even more important is it got my awesome team at AdNet completely aligned with that vision. And when we're all rowing in the same direction, it's incredibly impactful. But having started before that on our operational maturity model, we had to dive in and have a way to create the metrics of who we are operationally, and how does that drive economic value in a way that was without exposure, but was with operational direction. So quite a while ago, we embraced this thing called service leadership in the SLEEK model so that we could plot our own journey. That was before the investment that ConnectWise made in Paul Dipple and his awesome team. Paul, can you explain to everybody how that comes together?
Chris, thanks very much for the kind words. And I really appreciate the opportunity to help you and your team. We have the easy part. We just talk. You guys actually have to lead. So thank you for allowing us to work with you. So the modes mindset that Arlen talked about is really critical. Understanding why you build a company, understanding where you're trying to take that company is important for you to be able to actually gather the resources and marshal them and head the direction that you want to. So understanding your mode is really important. But to clarify something that may be going on in your minds, mode is not OML. Operational maturity level is a separate concept that supports modes, and I'll show you how. The fact is, whether you're in startup mode or whether you're a balance builder or a value builder or an empire builder, getting higher in operational maturity will help you reach the goal of that particular mode. Right? And so regardless of which one of these things you are, it's a great opportunity to speed up your progress, to reduce risk, to eliminate blind alleys. Getting your operational maturity level higher is what can help you do that. And part of what ConnectWise bought when they bought us was, of course, the sleek operational maturity level system. We were value builders at Service Leadership. We didn't want to take outside capital. We were happy to grow it gradually over time to reach our value creation goal. But as many of you know, prior to founding Service Leadership, we actually built 4 solution provider companies ourselves. The first one we built to about 130 million, and we had 9 locations. So we had 9 general managers, we had 9 sales managers, we had 9 service managers. The second one we built got to be 2 billion, and we actually had 44 locations and 44 management teams. The third one was a $400 million turnaround with 14 management teams, and the last one ended up being the largest of the SMB managed service providers for a long time, still is, and that had 18 locations. Now, most of those were private equity backed, and here's what we learned in that process. If you hit your corporate profit goal in a given year, but you get there by having a third of your locations, a third of your management teams underperforming, and a third performing at plan, and a third overperforming, even though that totals up hitting your corporate profit plan, you won't get any thanks from your investors. You won't get any kudos from your investors. And you go, why? We hit our number. Well, the reason is a third underperforming, a third at plan, and a third at over. It's a random result. It's the result you would get if us people at headquarters hadn't done anything at all. Because the success or failure of any given location at that point is just up to the management skill of the people in that location. So you won't get any thank yous. You won't get any credit. You have to have a systematic way to help management teams improve. And so way back then, we developed what today is the Service Leadership Index quarterly benchmark that many of you participate in, and all of you should. We benchmarked those management teams against each other so that we could see financially in practical terms, in objective, unemotional terms, who was really performing better and who was not, so that we could go to work and help the lower performers and support the higher performers. But we needed something more. We needed another step, which was we needed to be able to analyze the degree to which a given management team was using the management methods used by the top performers, or were they using the management methods used by the low performers. And we had to put all of that together such that we could again assess the way they ran the company, not just their financial performance, but the management methods in an objective and unemotional way. And then we could help them. That was the beginning of what today we brought to the industry as operational maturity level and built into the application called Sleek. So it's been a very exciting journey for us. And the important thing I want you to understand here is any one of these modes is entirely valid. It isn't like you have to go from left to right on the modes. You can be a balance builder, and OML will help you get to the most efficient balance building model in the least time with the least risk. Or you can be a value builder or an empire builder. In Chris's case, he moved much from left to right. More on that in just a moment. So, ConnectWise acquired us successfully in December of 2020, and I'm happy to say that we had a number of offers. Why did we pick ConnectWise? We picked ConnectWise because we felt that they had the best vision for how to continue to invest in your growth and your success going forward. Beyond just acquiring us and the unique things that we bring to the table, ConnectWise really has a cohesive overall vision to invest in your growth. And that's really exciting to be part of. We are the most widely used solution provider benchmark. We, of course, have the operational maturity level construct, but ConnectWise is in the position to take that to thousands and thousands of solution providers around the world. and they're dedicated to it. You can hear about it today. You can hear it in their voices. So I would ask you, go ahead and take the assessment that Arlen talked about. You'll find out your mode, you'll find out your operational maturity level. That alone will help you start to clarify what you need to do to reach your goals. It's a great opportunity. Chris, you've taken a step to move from balance builder over the years to value builder and now empire builder. It's been a real pleasure and a real privilege to work with you and your team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. You've been incredibly important in this journey, and as you know, and we've been very open, I've been very skeptical. In some cases, I had to be dragged across the finish line, but we did, and it works. And understanding where you're at and how you are going to mature and place yourself in a place that you understand, that you actualize, and that you get with your team on is incredibly powerful. To this point, it's allowed AdNet to actually move into that new mode where we're now partners with this incredible firm called New Charter Technologies. We're thrilled in our journey, but it's been based upon understanding our mode, actualizing our operational maturity, and driving it through the discipline of our peer group and evolve. We may have been a little bit of pioneers in that and some bruised knees along the way. I'll accept that. But I'm here because of this community. And because of that, I'm super thankful. I'm incredibly humbled. And thanks for inviting me, Craig.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I really appreciate you sharing that. Okay, and Arlen and Paul, I'm excited to see the innovation with modes and operational maturity. For 20 years, ConnectWise has been more than software. We've talked about it. We've been delivering content to help the IT nation build and grow business. This will now align these things in a way, to ensure you're getting what you need at the right time for the proper mode and maturity you're in, right? Now imagine you can go to the university, you can go to ConnectWise Home, and imagine, right? We'll be showing you stuff that says, for an example, we'll help you with your service delivery and mature the way you do cybersecurity services, because we know your mode. And now you can have more meaningful conversations with your peers. The ConnectWise account managers and partner success managers also will be able to have more meaningful conversations. And look, as you can see, the IT nation, we're focused on, and ConnectWise is investing in, your success. These are times of unprecedented opportunity, but also unprecedented risk, and it's more important than ever to stay engaged. We have a lot planned for 2022. We're on the road a lot. There are so many opportunities to engage with the IT nation. We're going to be back on the road all year next year, coming to a city near you with Share, our user groups, aimed at building community, providing networking opportunities for you, but importantly, teaching each other the ConnectWise platform. Share, coming back next year. Also, we're going to be in London. I hope you're tuned in London. Well, now it's probably pretty late there, but we're going to be there for IT Nation Connect, March 21st to 23rd. Then we're going to be back here in Orlando for IT Nation Secure, June 6th through the 8th. And then we're going all the way around the globe. I love going there last time. The Gold Coast in Australia, beautiful beach there. IT Nation Connect there, August 31st to September 2nd. And then we're going to cap the year off back here for IT Nation Connect, November 9th to the 11th. And listen, I mean, these gentlemen, they were talking about IT Nation Evolve, our peer groups. Look, while all these other things are going on, they're going to be coming together quarterly around the globe. Evolve, where our members, they're going to work on their operational maturity, benchmarking, getting focused on helping you in your mode. We are really focused on helping each and every one of you achieve your goals. We're partners. We're in this together. We want you to find success, just like Chris and the AdNet team. We are the IT Nation. All right, now, let's turn to another promise we're committed, and that's delivering an amazing partner experience. I'm excited to introduce Amy Lucia, our Chief Marketing Officer, to showcase our ease of doing business and improvements to our partner experience. Amy.
Thank you so much. Well, hello, IT Nation. You know, I worked with this community for nearly a decade when I was in leadership at Microsoft, and it is really great to be back. I want to thank the nearly 100 partners who helped re-immerse me back into this community, and I want to thank the thousands of partners who have given us feedback over the last year, which brings me to why I'm here today. I have a question for you. What do you stand for? It's one of these quintessential questions of life, a question that we ask often in our personal lives. We're faced with that from time to time. But I think for a lot of us, this question transcends our personal life and shows up in the professional as well, too. For those of us who were or still are business owners, it definitely comes up in some form or fashion. What legacy do you want to leave, etc.? What do you stand for? ConnectWise has been asking itself this very question as we embrace our own operational maturity and business transformation. What do we stand for? Tonight, on behalf of nearly 3,000 colleagues on 5 continents, I'm here to tell you that we stand for you. We always have, but the next generation of ConnectWise is doubling down for you. You know, for about 40 years we've worked with this space. We used to say, we are you, because we started out as an MSP, and then we broadened to serve the MSP community, and then ultimately the entire ecosystem. But maybe we are you doesn't feel like a fit anymore. Maybe it's a little bit more like we understand you really well, and we really care. But there's one word that we really are bullish about holding on to, and that word is family. Most partners that I speak to have one of 2 conversations with me. ConnectWise. It used to be like family. We did deals over dinner. Arnie did my implementation. Anybody out there? Arnie did your implementation? Okay. I miss those days. Or, ConnectWise. We needed you to grow up and evolve with the time. The leadership that you can bring because you have been where we are is really important. And you have resources that we do not have. But we need you to be excellent. We believe that we both can be true. We believe that we can evolve into the ecosystem partner that you need us to be, without losing 1 ounce of a reminder or a presence in our being and how we operate of the reason that we were founded, which is to help you realize your vision of success. Now, whether you like the term family or you prefer something like personal community, it is about relationship. Business is personal to you. It should be. And it's personal to us, too. I think about it this way. Throughout the generations, families evolve. My family looks very different than it did, say, 4 generations ago, similar to ConnectWise. New members of families are often born, like new products. And sometimes somebody marries into the family, like an acquisition, and you're not quite sure how you feel about it because things get a little shaken up for a while. But you work through it because that's what family does. And it's because family values those moments where you can come together and break bread together, like IT Nation events. Family does not always agree, but you're open and honest with each other. Families show up for each other, and they hold each other accountable, like when you pushed us to publish our roadmaps. Families also protect each other, and I'm not just talking about our deep and wide investments in cybersecurity and info security. I'm talking about everything because you matter, because family fiercely protects each other. Nobody better mess with my family. That's what I think. Look, we still see you as our family. We're committed to ensuring that you feel that every day. It may have gotten hard for a while. We may look different, but we're coming home. We've been hard at work reimagining the next generation of ConnectWise for you. Our commitments that you heard throughout the day, more innovation faster, invested in your growth, this is very, very important. We're serious about this, which is why we keep repeating it. Let's talk about being easier to do business with. The empire builders from Modes in the room know that acquisitions can be really great for your company and for your customers because they bring new talent to your organization that can up the ante on your products and services. And also, it brings new innovation to the market faster than you could have if you would have developed it on your own. But acquisitions also bring challenges like integrating products, integrating systems, integrating customer service models, integrating cultures. And there is no question that that is where ConnectWise has been for the last 2 years. And there's no question that it's made things difficult for some of you. We want to let you know that we acknowledge that and we thank you for going on this journey with us, for staying with us. Because those of us who have been through this sort of transformation that we're talking about know what's on the other side, something even greater. It just takes a little bit of time. Now, listening and learning was not something that we did well in the past, but that's changing. This year, we did a lot. We conducted 15,000 partnership surveys, and in a lot of cases, we were able to call partners right away and say, hey, actually, let's just fix that right now for you before we put it into some backlog or something that we're working through. And we're committed to continuing to do that. We also invested in our partner effort score, which basically is a metric that helps us to evaluate how difficult or easy it is to do business with. And we're looking at that now constantly. And the most senior leaders of the company now regularly meet with about 500 partners every month to discuss feedback and opportunities for where we can invest to improve how we support your business. Now, we're welcoming new participants here, so if you want to join these cohorts, please join us. Please sign up. Now, listening posts are really important to put in place. As businesses, we know that, but you have to make sure you operationalize your organization to act on that feedback. This year, we put new processes in place to address systematic and thematic issues that our partners were bringing to us and review on an ongoing basis the wish list from our partners. In addition, something brand new that is a pretty big deal is since July, every single team in the company, regardless of how big or how small they are, now has goals on partner success and partner satisfaction. This is a big deal. And we're really excited about that because everyone is going to be laser focused moving forward on you. Now, I want to share what we've done, some progress that we've made. First, we invested more in our partner-facing teams. Just in our post-sales organization alone, we've added more than 300 new colleagues since the Continuum acquisition, primarily in areas of product support, SOC, and partner success. And our product support improvements have already, we've made strides there already. 45% improvement in our speed of response, 39% improvement in our speed of resolution, and that is just all year to date this year. But we are not done. We've added new programs to focus on quality, automation, and the technical competency of our staff. Now, Thoma Bravo, our owners, also invested in something that we never had before. It's called Partner Success. It's a dedicated team of people who are not in any way gold on selling you a single thing. They are 100% dedicated to making sure you achieve great outcomes with your ConnectWise investments. We worked with 3,500 partners directly in this way this year already. And for 1,000 partners, we've already completed health checks, which are a light review of your system configurations, best practices, and discussions about opportunities to improve. Now, we're happy to help every single partner here with this. This is at no cost to you, so please take advantage of this opportunity. And many of you have said that you appreciate that we've added lots of people to help you, but you've also said it's a little difficult to navigate all the people now. Oh, so we have a new challenge. Awesome. Okay, well, that's a good challenge to have. Effective next year in Q1, we are going to change that a little bit. We are going to make dedicated account teams to serve our partners, and we're going to actually streamline the way that you access those teams so you don't have to keep everybody straight. And that's based on your feedback, so I hope that you're excited about that. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about ConnectWise Home. This is a great first stop destination for you. You've heard a little bit about it already. Some enhancements we've done so far. We exposed the known issues list here, so transparency, trust. And we've also put other resources and tools here. You can find your account team here. You can also purchase additional licenses here. And next year, you can expect major progress from us on centralized self-service user management, starting with RMM, manage, sell, control, and automate in the first half of the year, followed by our other products soon after that. Now, ConnectWise Home is not the only online destination that we're improving for you. We're really excited to share with you that in the new year, we are expanding our work with the IT Nation and bringing that IT Nation community online so that you can interact 365 days a year with your peers and have meaningful dialogue with IT Nation cohorts and with each other and product managers as it relates to our products and services. And we're still going to continue to support those awesome third-party forums out there. We really value you as well. So on screen, you can see how you can join our pilot group if you're interested in piloting this with us in December. We'd love to have you, and it rolls out in January. You've also asked us to improve and streamline our communications with you. So in 2022, we are re-engineering our communications model to be more partner-centric and provide more transparency to you across the board. And right information, right individual, right time. More to come on that. You also asked us for more transparency into our roadmaps and future plans. In June, we started publishing a quarterly roadmap. But now, starting in January, we'll be publishing them monthly. And we're also going to be holding regular calls so that we can review those with you and take your questions. Now, speaking of products, being easier to do business with matters in the small details too. That's what we think. So we have a very rich portfolio of products, which gives you choice, but we've gotten a ton of feedback that all these product names are a little bit difficult to navigate. So how about this? How about we just align our product names to what the products actually do? We'll call them what they do. Now, this supports the Asio platform vision that you heard about earlier as well, because the concept of products really kind of evolves with this new platform, and there is nothing like this in the market, by the way. I'm super excited about it. But this concept of products evolves. You're really lighting up capabilities as your business scales and grows. So starting next year, actually starting today with ConnectWise RMM, but throughout the next year, we're going to be realigning our product names to be descriptive and just call them what they are. So you can spend less time figuring out what we're talking about and more time having meaningful conversations with us. Now, speaking of meaningful conversations, we are also working to make a couple changes in our culture. When you merge multiple cultures together, you have to get everybody on the same sheet music. And we have a little bit of work to do there. So we're now aligning everybody internally on our mission, our vision, and our partner-centric values by a formal ConnectWise Way program. And as part of that program, every single person in the company, regardless of their role, will be very clear on the expectations of what an ideal partner experience looks like so that we can deliver better for you every single time. And we're also aligning our operating rhythms and our colleague rewards and recognition around partner centricity as well. Okay, now some of these things I mentioned are coming, and it's going to take some time, and some of these things are already here, but I just want you to hear from us that we're being extremely intentional. That is the next generation of ConnectWise. So, we've already seen some of these improvements. We've had massive improvements in our partner satisfaction scores, so thank you who told us we're getting better. We appreciate that. But what we want you to hear is that we're not stopping there. We're going to keep going until we deliver an unmatched partner experience for you. Which brings me back to the brand. And I know you all want to get to the party, so I'll go really fast. We changed the brand because we wanted to mark the moment, to draw a visible line in the sand when we make these promises to you today. As part of it, we've reimagined our vision with some of the very partners in this room. Our destination, to power a thriving IT ecosystem that transforms what's possible for SMBs. The IT nation serves about 1.5 million SMBs. That's incredible. But that also means that there's millions of SMBs out there waiting for you, waiting for your ingenuity, waiting for the excellent services that you bring to the business. And we see it as an honor and a calling to help you not only serve them, but to transform them. How are we going to do it? Because we're going to focus on the core. We're going to focus on what we do really well. Unmatched software services and community to help you realize your most ambitious vision of success. And we say most ambitious because you know what? If you can dream it, we think you should have it. And we want to help you get there. So how? We're going to help you? We're going to be the trusted partner, advisor, and innovator that you can rely on while you reach as high as you want to go. We've got your back. Look, we know you have choice, which is why, heck, even our competitors are invited here. We respect and admire the competition that pushes all of us to be better for this ecosystem. But we also believe that there is no provider that can bring all of these things together better than ConnectWise under one roof for you. And we're going to continue to push into those things and deliver more. So whether you want to work with us in pieces or comprehensively and end-to-end, we're here for you, pushing forward for you. That's the next generation of ConnectWise. We are committed to earning your trust, your respect, and your applause again and again. Family. So what about the OWL? I could not get off the stage without answering this question because multiple partners ask me this all the time. What are you doing with the OWL? So yes, the OWL is definitely still an important part of our heritage and our future. And you can learn more about it in a blog that I'll be posting on Monday. But for now, I'm just going to stop and say this. The OWL will still be around. You will still see it. But like us, it'll just look a little different. It'll be a little bit more fiercely focused and a little more grown up. Welcome to the next generation of ConnectWise, where you, all of you, are at the center.
Whatever you can dream, we stand behind you.
Whether you work for one of our partners or lead the company, we'll make it easier for you.
We'll see the future and help you get there.
Cybersecurity solution providers,
MSPs, managed security service providers,
value-added resellers,
office equipment dealers,
our Evolve community,
ConnectWise Boss,
and the MSP Geek community,
other online communities, and the entire IT Nation community.
We see you.
Whatever role you play in this ecosystem, we're glad you're part of it.
Your vision of success is our priority.
Simply stated, we are committed.
We'll bring the innovation.
We'll help you grow.
We're in this together.
We're doubling down for you.
We're here for you.
We're here for you. We're here for you.
We're here for you.